Hi folks, I hope you're well. Just got back from a little walkies with the babies, with the boys. Yeah, the police have cordoned off an area though, which is a bit weird. I don't know why I've done that. It is a bit odd. Bumped into a young lady. She was by the bridge in the park area. There's a bridge where the water goes under. And she was saying hello to her dogs, so I called the dogs so she could have a little stroke with them. And she said that she was just by the bridge pondering. And yeah. But it turns out she works at a rape clinic. Well, I'm not sure if it could be counted as a rape clinic, but a place to help people who have been abused. And so when I said to her about, well, therefore these people, to be set free from what's happened, they need to forgive. They need to let it go. Now, of course, very difficult to do so. Well, for some reason, people do have that impression that if they forgive, it means they're saying that what happened was okay. It's like, no, you're not. You're not saying that what happened was okay. You're not saying that that person who did it is nice. Or anything like that. Or what he did was nice. Or what they did was nice. Or what she did was nice. It doesn't matter. About the gender who did it. The reality is, if you go through it, you can be free. But to go through it means you have to stop looking back. You have to stop remembering and putting yourself through it. Because the problem is, when you don't forgive, it means you're holding on to it. And yes, it's your pain. And it is your pain. If you've been through anything like that, then yeah, I get that when you say it's your pain, it is. Yes. But then, as soon as you hear something in the news of a similar thing happening, all of that pain is going to come rushing back. All those memories are going to come rushing back. What happened to you is going to come rushing back, as if it just happened. And that's going to happen every time. Yeah. It's not easy. No. It's not. The point of it is that, of course, if people can't forgive a word that was offensive, or they took offence to, then you can understand why people aren't willing to forgive worse. But again, when you don't forgive, you are only hurting yourself. You're only continuing it for you. Because generally speaking, if a man has done that to a woman, if he's going to feel bad, he's going to feel bad anyway. If he's not going to feel bad, you're not forgiving him. It's not going to suddenly make him feel bad about what he did. So it has no good solution. Holding on to it, there is no good solution there at all. The only good solution is to let it go. Now, I understand that, where this young lady works, then maybe it's too soon to start telling people to let it go. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that really people should be told immediately to let it go. But I think it should be in the conversation that you need to get to the point where you can. Even at a very early stage. It should be in the conversation that you need to get to the point where you can let it go and you can come out the other end of this. The sooner you let it go, the sooner you can come out the other end. That's the reality. No. I mean, again, when you talk about the fact that the people that this happened to should forgive, it sounds as if you're on the side of the abuser, which is like, no. Obviously, if you're going to talk about the point of view of the abuser, then you can certainly say that something has gone very, very badly wrong with a person if they think that doing that is okay. Clearly something has gone very badly wrong. And so, yeah. You should never be thinking that that's normal behaviour, because it isn't. But, you know, it may be normal behaviour for that person. It may be behaviour that they themselves have experienced against them. We never know. But if we're wanting to do things according to God and not according to the devil, then yeah, we need to be speaking in ways that is going to bring peace. Now, of course, yeah, if you've only just been through something like that, then all you hear is the screams. All you hear is a turmoil in your head. The anger, the pain, the nightmare. But as I say, you've got to get to a point. Getting through it is about peace. It is about finding peace. And that's the point. It's not about excusing any behaviour or anything like that. It's about getting to that point where you can experience peace. Because that's what God wants for these people. Now again, a lot of people say, how can you believe in God when these sort of things happen? Well, the reality is that we live in a world where, we live in a world where men, generally speaking, according to the world, can't be abused. So if people have been abusing men, whether it be men or women, then the world, generally speaking, certainly a lot of women think that doesn't matter. And that shouldn't be anything that society should worry about. The problem is it then produces men that then can go on to do likewise. And then all of a sudden people don't notice. But as I say, that baby that became that man or that woman that's abusive, that baby was never abusive at the start, became that way, and maybe didn't know any other way to behave than that. But again, that's not excusing the behaviour, no. No. Not in any way, shape or form. But, as I say, the problem is that in such things, quite often there's victims all around. Yeah. The person who did it was originally a victim. And may still be a victim in some way. As I say, does that say you should forgive someone? No. So you forgive people for your peace, not for theirs. But for the sake of people in the future, you should hope that those people who do these things can in some way find peace themselves. Can in some way, have whatever is going on in their head and in themselves sorted out, so that they can have a life where they don't do that sort of thing, for their benefit and for the benefit of women that won't suffer the consequences of them in the future. But yes, in the initial stages, that sort of conversation isn't necessarily easy. No. No. So, you wish everyone well where they are. Because that's the reality, is that people are where they are. And some people are in situations right now that are horrendous. So yeah. This is why part of the reason why for me, I want a church that has accountability, because then the church is helping people to deal with whatever issues they've got, rather than encouraging the issues to continue, because issues in anyone should not be encouraged to continue. Because if we're saying for these people it's okay to encourage them to keep going through that, why is that not okay for everyone? But the problem is it becomes okay for everyone. We say that we don't care whether even the most dangerous of abusers or whatever you want to call it, yeah, we don't need to help them to deal with their issues. Yeah. Well, you go to these places where they help people who have suffered such things, and you tell them why it didn't matter for you to help people to deal with their issues. Yeah. Yeah. How people pleasing was more important. So there you go. I wish you well. You take care. God bless. Be a blessing, be blessed, and I'll speak to you soon.